if you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems.
But you want to speak to our supervisor?
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs. It'll be at the jail.
Or else what? You're invading my personal space.
Or else what?
What do you think is going to happen?
You tell me.
You tell me.
Where's your idea?
What?
Where's your idea?
Why?
Because I said so.
Because you said so.
Yeah, because I said so.
Do not touch me.
Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere until you get a supervisor done. Get your hands off me, man.
Welcome back to CT3, where we highlight clips and I'll recap with a few educational pointers to ensure your rights aren't violated on your next encounter with a cop.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me.
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property. You're recording our building.
Sure.
And it's a security issue for us.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's your reasonable,
because I want to make sure that you're not
suspicion?
doing something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So which law are you? What law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us? Or
No, not at all. I'm being polite and cordial.
I'm being polite and cordial too. So I'm asking for
being a
your
little
name and date of
difficult.
birth so we can identify you.
I don't need to.
And be on our way.
Why would I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge
We're
number?
recording you just like you're recording
Good.
us.
Okay, good.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have reasonable...
So are you refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
3916. Can we get?
Are you a supervisor? Okay. You just called for a supervisor?
I did.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't have any ill will. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm not armed.
With identifying yourself?
I don't need to.
You don't need to?
No, it's my right to not.
Oh, so you're looking to create problems is what you're doing?
No, you're just accusing me of that.
Absolutely, because you're refusing to identify yourself.
That's not against the law.
It's obstructing legal process if we have a reason to ask you.
What's your reason? I've asked you.
Identify you. I just told you.
No, but I asked you.
You're recording our property.
I have to identify myself. Correct, and I have to identify myself. If you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems, is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just filming and exercising my First Amendment rights?
That is my opinion, yes.
Okay, well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
You can't, you can request, right? But it's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order at this point.
And
as soon as my sergeant gets up here, he's going to tell you the same thing.
Okay.
Okay? But you're not free to leave. You're correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not like that.
All right. Nope, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just don't.
You don't have to.
I just don't need to.
Don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you.
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay, and is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows?
Well, sure, but I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the open, just in the middle of daylight?
You're not recording our activities.
It's the middle of the daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, you're not accusing me of anything, which I get, and I appreciate you saying that. But that even more so just says that I don't have to identify myself. It's my First Amendment to film public officials doing what they do.
We'll see what the sergeant has to say here when he gets here. This gentleman's got a First Amendment right, he says, to videotape our activities around the police department, and is refusing to identify himself so that we know who we're dealing with.
Okay, you don't want to identify yourself?
Well, I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and I'm just
asking.
No, but no, sir, I don't.
Just asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Okay. My name's John, by the way. Thanks. Take care, guys.
Cooperation.
What's that? Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Natum, badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
As we can see, it's the reason this older cop doesn't have any stripes. The first thing out his mouth is,
video in the police department isn't a good idea.
well, the Supreme Court recognized that it's a good idea to film police officers because it fosters transparency and accountability. Also, when Rowdy asked if he was being detained, the officer said,
Yes, you're being detained because I want to make sure you're not doing something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
since when was that a crime to detain someone? I can't stress how important it is to learn your constitutional rights. This short clip teaches you everything you need to know. So let's go over it.
I need your ID.
Why? I haven't committed a crime.
You're detained.
In order to detain someone, you must have a law that you're investigating. So what law are you investigating? And then the cop will make it seem like you're trying to create a problem, and that's when you just request their supervisor. Simple. Let's continue.
They're calling us because
Oh, no, sir, I don't need any directive. I'm sure, if you got a call, that's fine. So let me see, we got Officer Horn, 3990. I like those name badge, makes it easy. Your name, sir, it's kind of hard to see with the glare. Badge number?
4712.
Got it. And you guys are both just patrol officers as far as rank? Got it. Got it.
Sir, no,
Am I detained?
you're detained for reasonable suspicion right now, okay?
Of what crimes? Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
I believe it's a misdemeanor right now.
What misdemeanor?
For a potential investigation.
You have to articulate the actual crime.
Okay.
So there's no crime being committed, just a guy with a camera walking around. You have no right to detain me. Just so you know, if you interfere with my activity in any way, shape, or form, you will be in violation of California Penal Code 148.G and the Tom Bain California Act, which you can lose your qualified immunity. I will sue you personally. 152.2 subsection B.
Okay.
Think your words wisely.
Okay.
Once again, am I free to go?
Or you got anything?
Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
Free to go.
All right, appreciate it. I've never been on the airport's property, so get your facts straight, investigate, come back and tell me when I was on their property. And just so you know, I don't have to stay off the property. I can actually go in there right now and take a flight. It's public. I've never been trespassed from this area.
Stay off the secured.
I've never been in a
You
secured
just have to
area.
Stay off a secured airport property.
All right, do me a favor, and I'm open to a cordial conversation. Since I'm not detained at this moment, I have no problem.
You're free to go.
At this point, no, I'm just curious. So,
There's no detention or anything.
okay, so I'd like the incident number, please. I will be doing a FOIA request on all information and body cam.
Wow, that's what you call knowing your laws and destroying the cops with it. Anthony X was amazing. But let's go over the laws Anthony cited. First, Anthony put the cop on notice that if the cop interfered with his legal activities in any way, shape, or form, that the cop would be in violation of California Penal Code 148.G and the Tom Bain Act, which, if in violation, the cop will lose his qualified immunity. California Code 148.G states that photographing or recording law enforcement does not constitute resisting or obstructing a police officer as long as the police officer is in a public place or the person with the camera has the right to be there. So keep in mind, this is for citizens of California. So next, Anthony stated the Bain Act, also known as the Tom Bain Civil Rights Act. It's a civil code in California law that forbids people from interfering with the person's constitutional rights by force or threat of violence. It's always a good idea to stay up to date on your local, state, federal laws so you can be equipped and knowledgeable on your next encounter with the cop. So there's a little education for us today. Let's continue.
Can we help you?
No, I'm good.
What are you doing?
I don't answer questions, but thank you for asking.
May I ask what you're doing then?
I don't answer questions once again, but thank you for asking.
But why?
If I choose not to, it's my constitutional right not to.
Okay, so
Can you come out to the before I have a guy here videotaping? He's refusing to leave. Refusing to
Well, hold on. No one ever asked me to leave, so don't say I'm refusing to leave. You just
if
lied.
You see,
I'm over here at this point.
you're videotaping something.
I didn't pass by
We're
this
asking you,
section.
what are you doing?
Hold on. Before I get into that, you said I refuse to leave. You have to ask me to leave first
Okay,
for me
can
to.
you leave and stop videotaping?
This is a public facility. There's no sign saying restricted access. I'm taking a tour.
Do you have a name?
I do.
What's your name?
Not going to give it.
Oh, okay.
I don't answer questions.
All right.
And unless I'm breaking the law, I'd like to be left alone. If there's a penal
Well, let
code
me
or a
see what
statute
my
that says,
sergeant has to say.
if there's a penal code or a statute saying I'm not allowed to be here, let me know and I'll definitely abide.
So
I'm a
what are you
law-abiding citizen.
videotaping this for?
I don't answer questions once again. I guess you guys did not hear me the first time.
Yeah, we did hear you, sir. I mean, we're just wondering what you're doing.
Well, you're welcome to wonder, but at that point, that I said I don't wish to answer questions, you should leave me alone at that point.
Are you videotaping the facility as well?
I don't answer questions.
Have an ID with you?
Have an ID with you?
Have an ID with you?
Have a badge number?
Yeah.
What's your badge
170.
number? 170? Thank you. Because you guys work for us, in case you forgot. I guess you don't work for us. You don't work for tax dollars? No?
Have you been here before?
I haven't gone past that point to clarify.
Have you been arrested
And
before?
on your microphone, when you were talking, you said I refuse to leave. You didn't ask me to leave.
Have you
Hold on.
been in our jail before?
I'm asking you a question right now. Why did you say I refuse to leave when you didn't ask me?
Get back.
Okay, have a nice day.
Are you parking in this area?
I don't answer questions. I may be, I may not.
With all the videos of First Amendment audits on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, it's essential for law enforcement officers to recognize that the right to film in public spaces is protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. This means that individuals have the right to document their surroundings, literally anything they can see with the lens of their cameras from a public space, and should go without interference from authorities. When a law enforcement officer asks someone to leave a public place solely because they're filming, is an infringement on their First Amendment rights. This action implies a misunderstanding or disregard for the constitutional freedoms individuals hold. Now, the Fifth Amendment plays a vital role in this encounter also. Remember, individuals are not obligated to answer law enforcement questions, especially in situations where they may feel their responses could be self-incriminating or otherwise harmful to their legal interests. When a cop demands information or actions that can violate your constitutional rights, just let the officer know you don't answer questions, just like Anthony displayed here in this clip. Let's continue.
Do you have your information? Your driver's license?
What's that?
Do you have your driver's license or name, date of birth?
For what?
Because now you're a witness to this crime that we're doing.
What crime is that?
The crime that we got these people in the back of these cars for.
I don't know what crime they committed.
You don't have to know.
Well, how do I know what they did, though? I don't know what they did.
Okay, they broke the law. They're in possession of narcotics. That's why they're in the back of our cars.
Okay, now you're telling me that, okay?
Yeah. So, do you have your name and date of birth?
No.
Or a driver's license?
No.
So you're going to refuse to be listed as a witness since you sat here and videotaped the entire scene?
If you need a copy of the video, I can give you a copy of the video.
Well, yeah, but we're also going to need to identify you in our report that you were here videoing, so when we come to get a copy of that video, we can get that.
All right, let me talk to your supervisor.
He said that he won't want to give us his name or date of birth until he talks to our supervisor. So.
And you're probably going to end up going to jail because right now you're witnessing a crime.
Well, I asked to talk to a supervisor. He's here, so why can't I speak with him?
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify as you're a witness to a crime.
So I need to give you my ID to speak to your supervisor? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Okay, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Why do you need to speak to the supervisor?
Because I requested to speak to
warrants
him.
that?
Because I requested to speak to him and he's here.
Okay. So what's your point?
He's here, I need to speak with him.
You've got no part of the scene, right? But you want to speak to our supervisor.
You can speak to him.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be in handcuffs and it'll be at the jail. Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
Is that what you want to do?
I need to speak to your supervisor.
What aren't you understanding? You put yourself in this situation right here. You see that? You're on private property.
Private
right now.
or public?
You're on private property right now.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Do you have permission to be here?
Did the owner trespass me?
Well, this guy...
He doesn't want you here.
This guy actually did come over and tell us he wanted you to leave.
That guy right there?
Yeah. So...
What's his name?
So what's your point?
What's the guy's name that don't want me here?
So do you want to identify yourself so we can list you as a witness to this crime, or?
I'm just asking a simple question. The guy that you just talked to, he doesn't want me here.
Yes.
So is he trespassing?
Would you like for me to go ask him to tell you to leave himself?
Do you already have that notice?
Yes, he told us when he came over here and gave me his business.
Then why do you have to go ask him then?
If you would like for him to tell you himself.
He can tell me whatever he needs to do. If he needs to tell me to leave, I'll leave. Simple as that. He needs to give me a warning before you can trespass me.
Well, now until you identify yourself, now you're forced to not leave.
All right, I need to speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Don't worry about it. You'll get it in a minute.
What's up, Buck? You guys got the same nameplates?
Yeah, Deputy Chelly, 315.
You like that? You got
Same
the same nameplates?
Yeah.
Same person or?
Yeah, we're the same person.
We're all one.
He's the same person as me. There's obviously two of us standing here, but we're the same people.
All right, must be twins or something.
Yep.
Very well could be. So why'd you come over here?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
I don't.
So you just like coming and getting in the middle of crime scenes and filming them?
I mean, it probably would have been a good idea to keep walking today.
Where'd you come from?
That's not relevant.
It's not relevant?
No, it's not.
So you just...
How do we know you didn't get out of this vehicle? Go behind and you're with them and you walked over.
Did you just really ask me that?
Did I seriously just ask you that?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, it actually is a serious question. Why would you randomly walk up to this and then fail to identify yourself?
I already told your supervisor what I do. I'm a
I
journalist.
really don't care what you do. It doesn't matter.
So, you have a question?
No, I'm just waiting on this business card and I'm out of here. That's it.
I gave you my name and badge number.
I asked for a business card. You said you were
I told you I don't have one.
We all don't have any, man.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
My name is Cameron Shelley. My badge number is 315.
Okay, thank you.
For
all right, now, like I said, I already told you, I'm a journalist. I gather content for stores. That's it.
We had no problem with that, man. We just don't like the space. Everybody, I mean, CNN could come down here and prop it. We wouldn't tell them to leave. I mean, there's no difference just because you have a smaller camera. I don't care.
Right.
Just be careful where you go. Okay, that's all we're trying to get at.
That's fine.
I have no problem you videotaping that. There's no issue. We don't do anything wrong.
And that's what I told you earlier. I didn't have a problem with you videotaping.
Now, Sarge, am I free to go or am I being detained?
Until you give your name and date of birth.
Hey, Pee-wee.
Are you gonna give me your name and date of birth or not?
I'm talking to your sergeant right now.
He's not talking to you. He's on the phone.
I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to your sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Guess what? We both have the same job.
He's a higher rank than you.
One way or another.
He's a higher rank than you. That's why I speak. This is who I have to speak with. He's here, so that's who I'm speaking with.
That's great.
Okay.
But I made contact with you before he did.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure you're really versed in the law good enough in the fact that you're failing to ID. You will ID or you will not leave here.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your supervisor right now.
What'd you say your first name was again?
What?
What'd you say your first name was again? If you told him, I just forgot it. Because I would like to address you by first name.
You can address me by sir,
okay,
Mr., whatever the case may be.
So earlier when I spoke to you and I asked you to move back and you refused, did I not tell you that it was okay to film us? And I encouraged you to keep filming us.
I didn't say you didn't.
Okay,
Nobody has a problem with you filming.
Obviously, y'all guys are like right up in my face right now.
Because you injected yourself into this crime
If I were
scene.
up in your face, then you would know.
You need anything from him? You good?
I'm good.
Do you want to make the move? Okay. Are you trying to identify for us?
Yeah. All right. Let's go here. I don't like argument. You're not doing anything wrong, and but here's the deal. They got a point there. I mean, your worst case scenario is that your camera would be a part of evidence, but we're not going to go there because I have a camera. I have plenty of cameras going, so I don't need your camera. Now, I don't think I need your video, man. I'll be honest with you. I got plenty of video rolling, but I'm just telling you, the worst case scenario, if something were major, yeah, we would need as much as we could.
Okay.
I mean, so just be careful with when you get into whatever you're doing. I know this ain't the first time; it's going to be the last time. Hey, man, be careful.
Wow. These deputies are the definition of tyrants. They were so sure that the Potosi was going to ID or go to jail. It's evident that they violate individuals' rights all day and every day they're on the clock. By the way, there is a follow-up video which the Potosi issued formal complaints on these two deputies. The supervisor was not the best, but overall he sent his guard dogs to the cage. The officers claimed that the Potosi was on private property, but keep in mind, if that is the case, the person in charge of the property will have to personally ask the individual to leave the property, which never happened. Law enforcement officers are allowed and encouraged to allow the individuals to control the encounter and most likely to intimidate you from doing something that they cannot lawfully stop. In the United States, citizens have the First Amendment right to record law enforcement officers performing their duties, so threatening someone with arrest for simply exercising their right to film is a violation of their First Amendment right. Additionally, trying to coerce someone to give ID without a reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime is an infringement on their Fourth Amendment right, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Officers need a valid reason to demand identification, not just because they need to put your name on the report. Remember, the Potosi was in a similar situation like this before, which gave birth to Turner v. Driver, which is case law. There was a significant victory for the First Amendment and recording law enforcement during their course of duties. Let's continue.
What's your name, sir?
Who are you?
I'm sorry?
That's not the way this goes. Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Barry Ensign, Fort Wayne Police Department. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
I didn't give it.
I know. I want to know what your name is.
I don't care what you want.
Well,
that's not the policy.
The Secret Service.
I don't care.
Us to identify
then
who you are.
why don't they come out here and talk to me?
They will in a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Am I being detained?
What's your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your
I'm gonna
name?
assume no.
What's that?
I'm gonna say, hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Public servant, don't touch. Look, public servant, you don't touch me. You don't touch me.
Or else what?
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
I will file a complaint.
You can file a complaint.
Don't
but I'm
touch
going
me.
To identify you.
You're being live streamed. Nope.
All right, stop.
No. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being
Am
detained.
I being
It's going to
detained?
Identify who you are.
That's not the way this goes.
Well, I don't care what you think.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm not.
Sir,
no.
The Secret Service has.
I don't
asked us
care.
To identify.
I don't
you.
care what they want.
Okay.
That's not the way this goes.
I understand that.
Show me the law.
Okay, I understand that.
Show me what have I broken?
What is your
What
name?
law have I broken?
Okay. We have
What
to have a
law
security
have I
for
broken?
The arrival of the President of the United
It doesn't even close until 3 o'clock.
I understand that.
Or do you understand that?
What's your name?
Do you understand that?
What's your name?
What is your badge number?
1647.
I'm going to file a complaint with Officer Reed.
That's okay.
And your Internal Affairs Department.
That's okay.
You don't touch. You don't touch me.
Okay. I did not touch you.
Yes, you did. I have it all live streamed between 3 cameras.
Okay.
Don't touch me. Not to mention the other ones that are watching you right now.
Okay.
Don't touch me. You have no right.
Why won't you give your name?
I have no business to give you my name.
Okay.
I haven't what ordinance have I broken?
What's your name?
What ordinance have I broken?
What is your name, sir?
Have I committed a misdemeanor?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For under what probable cause?
Okay.
What is your RAS? Your reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
You have your face covered.
It's cold outside. I have gloves on. It's cold outside.
You don't have your gloves on.
I can't operate the camera.
You don't have a glove
I've
on
been
your right
doing
hand.
this and sticking it inside my jacket.
Well, you have it's so cold.
I've been alternating. It takes video as well as pictures. I can alternate between them.
Someone reach out to 600 on TAC 9, advise them subject is refusing to
I'm not
identify
refusing the
himself.
ID. I'm saying I haven't broken the law.
He is not complying with our request for ID.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being detained.
Under what probable cause?
The Secret Service is
Under what probable cause? I haven't
don't
committed
need
a
probable
crime.
cause to talk to you.
I haven't. It doesn't matter. You have
I'm
to
not
if
gonna
you have to
argue- I'm not
detain
gonna argue the law
me.
with
Then
you.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not.
What am I being detained
Romano,
for?
is that your name? Mr.
What am I
Romano?
being detained for? What am I being detained
So the
for?
Secret Service has cleared you.
What am I being detained for? What's your name, officer?
Wants to identify you.
What's
for
your
possible
what
threat.
is your name, sir?
My name is Detective Tagmeyer.
What is your badge number, sir?
1574.
Thank you.
What is your name, sir?
What reasonable
We'll get the
articulable
Secret Service out
suspicion?
here and we'll see if it's the same thing.
Why don't you get the chief down here?
Chief's busy.
Well, tell Mr. Reed to come down here. He knows who I am. Tell the chief to come here.
600, 620.
Tell the chief to come here.
Let the Secret Service know that the subject is failing to identify
I'm not
himself,
failing to ID.
refusing to identify.
I'm not under 34125, 3.5. That's not it. It's not failure to ID. You haven't told me what crime I've committed.
Okay, just a second.
I don't
They're talking
want.
no, they're talking in my ear. You're not going anywhere.
Don't touch me.
You're not going anywhere.
Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? You haven't given me probable cause for me to be detained.
Just a second. I don't need probable cause.
Yes, you do. You need reasonable article of suspicion.
That's right.
Yes. What is it?
That's not.
What is it?
Reasonable.
What crime have I committed? Of what crime?
Right now, we're
Of
not
what
sure.
crime?
That's why we're talking.
You can't hold me for you're not sure.
Sure we can.
No, you cannot.
It's called a Terry stop.
No, then Terry frisk me.
I don't need to frisk you right now.
Okay. Don't reach in my pockets. That's not part of the Terry frisk.
Unless I feel something that could be contraband or a weapon, then I can.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
That's not a Terry stop.
Sure it is.
Nope. It's a cursory search.
All right.
How dumb do you think the public is?
I don't think they're dumb at all.
Yeah, I've got 3 officers here.
I think they're antagonistic.
Yeah, 3 officers. I'm out here taking video and pictures. Where's the crime in that?
We're just following.
Where is the
Secret
crime in
Service
that?
has requested of
Then
us.
tell them to either come out here,
They're on
and
their
I'll
way.
tell them the same thing I'm telling
They're
you.
on their way, sir. That camera has 42 power zoom lens. You couldn't have got your pictures across the street.
I can get them from right here. It's the same public sidewalk.
You could get them from over there. Just
So I could get them from Google Earth, but I didn't. I got them from over there. That's not a crime. It's not a crime.
certainly raises suspicion. when
It
you're
doesn't
dealing-
matter if it raises suspicion. It's not a
It
crime.
certainly does.
No, it doesn't. It's not a crime. It's not. It's suspicious activity. Is that a misdemeanor or felony, sir?
Suspicious activity.
Misdemeanor or felony?
It's neither. It depends.
That's right. It's neither. So I haven't committed a crime.
No, but that doesn't mean we can't talk to you.
Yeah. Well, you can't detain me. That's the thing.
What's the Secret Service advisor?
You don't detain citizens. You don't touch them. You don't touch them.
What's that?
You don't touch citizens.
I couldn't hear you.
Don't get any closer to me.
Or else what?
You're invading my personal space.
Or else what?
What do you think is going to happen?
You tell me.
You tell me. You're the one who wants to lean in like you want to kiss me.
Entrance number 4.
And the only thing I can do is go backward into traffic. So
Okay,
if you're trying, what do you think I was trying to do? Tell you to
you're
be
trying to leave.
Johnny on the spot
You're
and
trying to
move
leave.
over here. Until you try to be Johnny on the spot and prevent me from coming away from the street. You're not serving and protecting. Did you take an oath?
Go out to,
Did you take an oath to
where the,
protect
entrances where
the United States citizens?
booths are on
Did
the
you take an
Parnell
oath?
side?
Sir, I'm talking to you. Did you take an oath?
Just a second.
Did you take? I don't care what you're doing. Did you take an oath? I'm talking to you, public
Yeah,
servant.
you come in Parnell side, that'd be
I'm talking to you, public servant. Did you take an
go
oath?
out and around.
Did you take an oath?
I did.
To uphold the Constitution.
I did.
This is a First Amendment protected activity. So why don't you get back in your car and get back to your job? This is not your job.
Just a second.
Don't do that to me. You keep leaning in like you can't hear. So I'm speaking
I
up
got an
for you.
earplug here,
So I have
and over
two.
here.
I have two.
Okay.
So what?
I'm not hearing you over this loud, guys. So, yeah, just come to entrance 4 off of Parnell. Secret Service.
I don't want to get pushed in the street.
Do you feel better here?
I'm not going to be pushed in the street by you.
Do you feel better here?
Are you not going to lean in and try to kiss me?
Do you feel better here?
Are you going to not lean in and try to kiss me? Because that'll make me feel better.
I couldn't hear you. Secret Service is coming. Just relax. As soon as the Secret Service clears you and then clears that you're no threat to the President of the United States, then you can...
I'm trying to be
film
out of
all
here
you
before
want.
3 o'clock, before the road closes, so I can get my car out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to stay all night?
No.
Do you want me to get video all night?
Oh, heavens no.
Then let me go per your instructions.
Just a second.
What crime have I committed?
Okay.
What crime have I committed? Am I being detained
Yes,
or am
you
I
are.
free to go?
You're being detained until the Secret Service clears you.
What reasonable articulable suspicion do
I'll
you
leave that up
have?
to them.
You can't do that. You have to have reasonable articulable suspicion.
that.
What crime have I committed?
That's what we're going to do.
What crime have I committed?
That's what we're going to do.
What crime have I committed?
It's a broken record. It's going over and over.
No, well, because I need to know.
Okay.
You can't articulate a crime. Why don't you just get the chief out here? He'll clear it up.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
No, he has tasked us to deal with this.
Well, you go ask him to come here.
No, he's busy right now.
I'll identify to the chief.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Officer Adam Hartman, 1896 Fort Wayne Police Department.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being professional. Unlike these guys who have illegally detained me. And this guy decided he wanted to put his hands on me. Can you do something about that?
Well, he's a sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Can you please arrest this man?
I'm not. If you
Well, I am going to file a complaint, but that is not it. Can you arrest this man for illegally touching me?
No, I haven't witnessed any crime.
I'll show you. I'll show you the crime. It's being live streamed as we speak. You don't touch citizens, sir, who've done nothing wrong. You don't touch them. You hear me? Do you understand? I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, I just got advised by...
No shit.
Listen, there's no need to swear.
Yeah, yes, there is, because you can't illegally detain me. You are illegally detaining me.
You're allowed to multiple.
You are, yeah. Well, you said you can't hear.
Disorderly
You
conduct.
said you can't hear. I'm obliging you.
All right.
Can you hear now?
I can hear now. Listen, these are your options. Okay. Okay.
I'm not wanting to hear. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
let me
Am I
explain
being
your
detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Are you gonna allow me to speak?
Am I being detained? Once you answer my question.
Yes, I'm gonna give you what your options are.
I don't care what my options are. I have a right to leave. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? I heard the same thing you did. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're being detained.
Under what suspicion of crime? I don't need to hear your lip. Am I being detained or am I free to go? That's the only thing that matters.
Has been secured and rented by.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
If you
am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go, sir?
Your refusal to leave will
am I being detained or am I free to go? Do you need me to go ahead and sign language it? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you know how to sign?
Do you want me to say it in Spanish or French? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Which one? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Okay.
Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained?
If you understand
am I free to go? Am I being detained?
You are free to go.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Okay.
Am I being detained or am I free to go? You have to release me. You have to release me from detainment. You have to release me from detainment. It's not up for me to make a decision whether or not I understand something. Okay. It's up to you to release me from my detainment. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Thank you, sir. I don't care to hear your lip. Okay. I'm not on the sidewalk. How's that?
Okay. Have a good day.
It makes a little more sense now why cops are always strung out on getting ID. It's a tactic being used by the Secret Service. But there's so much wrong with how this cop conducted his so-called investigation. This is not how law enforcement should be used per the Secret Service request. However, again, we have another citizen who absolutely destroyed a cop with the law. Indiana News was equipped and knowledgeable of the law. He cited an Indiana Code 342853.5, refusal to identify self, which states a person who knowingly or intentionally refuses to provide either the person's name, address, and date of birth, or driver license if in the person's possession, to a law enforcement officer who has stopped the person for an infraction or ordinance violation. See, there's the catch. Indiana News wasn't stopped for an infraction or ordinance violation. He was stopped because this baby tyrant was doing the work of the Secret Service. I wonder why the Secret Service didn't come out themselves. Maybe they're too secret, But once again, this clip proves how important it is to know your rights. Let's continue.
What was that?
What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Don't take pictures of our vehicles.
What do you mean?
Where's your idea?
What?
Where's your idea?
Why?
Because I said so.
Because you said so?
Yeah, because I said so. You're taking pictures of all... Yes. Where's your idea?
Where's your ID?
Where is your ID?
Where's your ID?
91. He's being uncooperative. Not giving me his ID.
You're funny.
I don't think it's funny.
Okay. Well, I think you're funny.
Where's your ID at?
Where's your ID? That's your ID?
Yeah, it's my ID. Officer Ruiz. Yeah.
Cool. What's your
Where's your
badge
ID at?
number? Where's your ID at?
Do you see it?
I see a name tag. I don't see an ID. I want to see your address and everything.
Why? Is that where you're getting our information from?
You want to see mine?
So you can see it. Yeah, because you're taking pictures of government property right now.
Well,
You're taking pictures of personal vehicles.
I didn't know that I couldn't do that.
You can't do that. How's that? Well, you're doing it right here, and then you're going on 2nd Street and taking pictures of vehicles that are leaving this area.
Where's 2nd Street?
Where you were just at, over there.
Okay. Well,
where's your ID at?
I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I'm going to pat you down for weapons.
No,
Do me a
you're
favor.
not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not. You
Yes,
can't touch me. You can't. I'm recording this. Nope, you can't touch me. Nope, I'm not putting my phone down. I'm allowed to record this.
Okay, well, I'll grab it from your
can't.
pocket. I don't care if you're recording, dude.
Just grab me and pat me down. What's your name? Name is you. You don't get to pat me down.
And we're not going to play.
What is this is public property. That's public property. What's your name?
Public property. Is there a
That's
gate?
public property. It doesn't matter. Can I see through the gate? You ignorant. Learn the laws. It's people versus Garcia. You can't just grab people and pat me down. What's your name and badge number?
Excuse me.
You, excuse me. Hey, what's your name and badge number? I need it for documentation. You have to give it to me. Name and badge number. Name and badge number. You guys can't just grab people and pat them down, you idiot. What's wrong with you? This is the serious PD just rolling up on people. Here's the corporal that allowed it to happen. You know, People versus Garcia? People versus Garcia. You understand I'm gonna sue you idiots, right? You just used force and intimidation to stop me from taking pictures. You guys are what a piece of trash cop, man. That's why I do this. That's why I do this, because pieces of trash like him and that stupid chick who thought she had everything in the world to prove. That's the problem. You see how she rolled up all crazy? Like she had all kinds of to prove. She had to be tough. And what are you doing? Give me your ID. I don't have to give you my ID. And because she knew I didn't have to give my ID, then they're going to use threat and intimidation to pat me down. I'm not going to lie, Bayfam, my heart is pounding right now.
First of all, you can tell she's used to violating people's rights during every single encounter she has. But we can rest assured that Bat held her accountable for her actions. However, misuse of power by law enforcement officers is a serious concern, especially when it involves an officer forcibly searching someone simply for filming police vehicles in a public space. This type of action is not supported by any legal standards. For example, Terry v. Ohio established the concept of a Terry stop or stop and frisk. This case outlined that to conduct a frisk or search, an officer must have reasonable suspicion that a person is involved in criminal activity and may be armed and dangerous. Filming police vehicles in a public space does not constitute reasonable suspicion of criminal activity or a threat, and thus it should not justify a search. If this officer suspected any illegal activity, she should have followed established legal procedures, such as obtaining consent or conducting an investigation, rather than resorting to unwarranted searches. Upholding these principles not only protects individual liberties, but also promotes transparency and accountability in law enforcement, which are essential to a functional relationship between law enforcement and we the people. Let's continue.
Don't record me on that. Can't do that, sir.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good.
Anything we can help you with?
No, I'm just wondering why they're being bothered.
Can we put out a call that they're soliciting people?
Are they? Is that what it is? Just a big, okay.
We have a city ordinance that says you can't panhandle. When people are asking for money, it's called panhandling.
All right. I don't know if they're panhandling. I'm just here making sure that everything's all good.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm a cop. I'll make sure everything's all good.
I know. I'm making sure that you're all good.
I am all good. Okay.
All right, just making sure they're not being harassed.
No, I'm not harassing anybody.
All right,
They're harassing patrons going in asking them for money. It's called panhandling.
All right.
Okay.
What's your name? Officer, what's your name and badge number?
I don't have a badge number.
Or your ID number?
Do you have your ID?
No, sir. What's your ID?
Okay, what's your ID?
Well, I have it, but I'm going to give it.
I need your ID.
I want a Beeson.
I have your, what's your ID?
I'm not doing nothing illegal.
Okay. You asked me for my ID. I have the right to ask you for your ID.
You have the right to ask. I have the right to decline.
I do have your right.
You're a public servant. That's why
when
I'm
I asked
asking.
for your ID, you're
Yeah.
refusing to give me your ID.
That's why
And now you're
reasonable,
would you like to be
articulable
a-
suspicion.
Excuse me?
Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
Do you have your ID?
Do you have reasonable? If you have that, I'll give you everything you want.
Do you have your ID? I just gave you my ID.
I don't answer questions.
So why don't you give me your ID?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, why don't you give me your ID?
You state a crime I'm accused of committing, and I'll give you everything you want.
Okay.
But until then, I'm a free citizen.
I'm just asking you for your ID.
Oh,
and I have the right to ask you for your ID since you asked me for mine.
You have the right to ask. That's fair.
Okay.
You start threatening me with arrest.
I didn't ask you. I didn't say you were being under arrest, did I?
No, you start threatening me with arrest.
Then why don't you continue on?
This is a public library.
It is public.
Huh? I'm doing my thing.
Good. I'm glad you are.
I'm just making sure that citizens ain't being harassed is all. If you're not harassing them,
me.
If you're not harassing them, then that's all good. But if you are, I'm just making sure.
Why are you harassing me?
I just want to know your name.
Why are you harassing me?
I just wanted to know your name.
Why are you harassing me?
I'm here for them.
They know me personally.
That's great. I'm just making sure they're not being harassed, and that's
I'm
it.
not harassing them.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
Why are you harassing me?
I just wanted to know your name.
Why are you harassing me?
I wanted to know your name. I just answered your question.
I told you that.
You said Beeson?
I did answer your question.
What is your employment ID number?
Me?
What is your employment ID number?
I don't have an ID number.
You have no other way other than Beeson.
I don't have an ID number.
No employment number, ID.
No, I don't.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
You too. Don't violate anybody's rights today.
I don't ever violate anybody's rights, but you're
I
violating
hope
mine.
not. How so? How you figure?
I told you, you're violating mine.
Remember, you gotta have thick skin to be a cop.
I do have thick skin. That's why I am a cop.
Well, good. I hope you stay a good cop and don't be harassing. I'm just standing up for the citizens' rights.
Wow, that was one of the best walk of shames of the year, and one of the best lines of the year. I think it's worth the replay.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm a cop. I'll make sure everything's all good.
I'm a cop. I make sure everything is all good. That's a good one. But this cop got in Stray Dog's face and was getting ready to violate his rights and make him provide ID until bam, Stray Dog hit him with "Where's your reasonable articulable suspicion?" I mean, the cop was amazed like this was the first citizen he ever met in his life that knew their rights. I must say it, once again, a citizen absolutely destroyed a cop with the law. What a great title. But reasonable articulable suspicion is a legal standard of proof that a crime has been committed. Without it, law enforcement could kick rocks like this cop did.
Hi. Hey, can I get your names and badge numbers, please? I'm Justin.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Officer Griff, Little Rock Police.
Nice to meet you, brother.
All right.
I'm Justin McHenry. I'm just trying to get some public information. I'm trying to make a FOIA request for some public records, and they won't let me in, and that's the gist of it. I don't know why they won't let me in. They've letting everybody else in. I just called the PD again because I didn't know if you guys were coming. I don't know if they I didn't even know if they really called you, if they were just lying to me about it, so I just called too. But I'm trying to make a public records request and leave. That's it. I wasn't even filming whenever I walked in. I am now because they won't let me through.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Partner's gonna talk to her and then
I know.
talk to them and then we'll get you just want public records?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I've been here once before, and I was.
Can I get your
I'm talking to him. I am talking to him. I wasn't even talking to you, lady. So chill. I'll stay right here. It's cool. No, that's cool.
Sure?
Yeah.
Let's talk right here.
I'll be right here.
You got your ID on you?
No, sir.
No ID?
Nope. And I don't have to identify myself. I haven't broken a law. So.
Okay. I'm just asking. Can I get your first name?
Justin.
Right?
Yeah. That's cool.
What's your last name, Justin?
I'm gonna stop right there. I don't mind you asking anything you want to ask, but I don't have to answer. So.
Okay, so you don't wanna answer any questions.
I just don't have to, you know.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not trying to start nothing with anyone.
Okay, I got you.
You know.
So you just Justin.
Yeah. Hold on, what is he saying? He's lying right now. So you see this camera and that camera? Those two cameras are two of the things that I'm trying to request because he's lying right now. So he put his hands on me, and now he's trying to say I put his hands on him, but I have no reason to do that.
What I'm asking you, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why don't you listen to what I'm saying? Why do you just talk over me?
I'm not talking over
I was literally trying to say something, and you kept saying Justin. Just listen to me, and then you talk.
I'm gonna let you speak.
So did you even hear what I said?
You said you came here to get that camera and that camera. I'm listening to you.
And then I said, because he's trying to say I touched him, but I didn't.
You said he put his hands on you?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and I'm asking you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm talking to you.
Thank you.
I'm
just used to people not even listening, dude.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you the whole time.
You proved your point. Yes, sir, you did. Yep. I appreciate you. I do.
So, Justin, would you like to make a report?
Yes.
Okay, so I need your name.
No,
you don't want to give me your name, so your name is just Justin for the report. You just want to put Justin. So how are you going?
I'll think about it. Today, all I want is my public information and be on my way.
Okay.
It's public records.
So usually when you go through City Hall, don't they ask for your ID?
No, never. And that would be a Fourth Amendment violation if they did.
Fourth Amendment violation? I know once I come here, I have to give them.
Well, that's wrong. So what's the Fourth Amendment? Pop quiz.
What's the Fourth Amendment?
Yes, sir.
Pop quiz? That's a legal search and seizures. I understand the Fourth Amendment.
Okay, so that's my papers, persons, and effects.
I understand.
So my papers would be my ID.
I got the Fourth Amendment.
So I don't need to give my ID to anybody.
Okay, but they have rules here, right?
Rules rules do not trump the Constitution. The Fourth Amendment is all.
All right, Mr. Justice.
Are you right? Or is that right? Yes, sir.
I'm not here to argue with you. You called us.
Well, I'm just replying to what you're saying. You're saying don't they have rules, and I'm saying, well, doesn't the Fourth Amendment? And I'm just asking you, doesn't the Constitution trump those rules?
All right, Mr.
Can I ask you one more question?
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm not trying to escalate this thing.
Me neither, man.
And I get that you're frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. You don't want to make a report. You don't want to identify.
I might make a report later. I'm considering it.
Okay. So right now, what do you want us to do?
I want to come in here and make my FOIA request and leave. That's all I want to do. I don't understand why anyone would want to stop a member of the public from getting public records.
Do you have any identification on you?
I don't need an ID.
Well, you need an ID to sign the
What's the Fourth Amendment?
Sir, do you need identification?
Ma'am, can you please tell me the Fourth Amendment? He knew the Fourth Amendment. He's a smart dude. Do you know the Fourth Amendment?
We're not here for this.
Did you take an oath to the Constitution? Did you swear an oath? Did you swear an oath?
Okay.
I'll answer a question if you answer.
Can you step outside?
I'll tell you what. If you answer my question, I'll answer your question.
Step outside?
No, thank you. This is a public building. I don't have to.
Sir, I need you to move.
Do you know the Fourth Amendment?
Sir,
Do you know the
you're
Fourth
gonna have to-
Amendment? If you make me leave, that's going to be a violation, and you're going to
You
lose your
can't
job.
even identify yourself.
I don't have to. I do not have to.
Okay.
Do you know the Fourth Amendment?
Sir.
She obviously doesn't, because she'd be proud to say it
What
if
was
she
your
did.
business here? What did you need
I need
done?
public records.
Public records.
Yes,
What can you-
I need
you
two
know
different types of
you know
public
you have
records.
to have identification.
No, I don't. I've been here before. They didn't make me, and they haven't made anyone else. And it's on camera not making anyone else. And I have on camera from the last time I was here not making anybody. Yeah. You want to go on my channel and watch it?
I don't.
Because you don't care, really. You're just trying to assert your authority is all you're trying to do.
Whatever you think, sir.
Those are your buddies, and you're trying to assert your authority. That's all you're doing.
Sir, do you have any identification?
What's the Fourth Amendment?
Are you able to identify yourself?
Sir, can you please tell her what the Fourth Amendment is? Because you just said it to me.
Did you push that gentleman over there?
No, he touched me.
But did you push him?
No.
He said that you pushed him.
And that's why I'm trying to get those cameras, because he's a liar.
Well, he just told me you pushed
And he's a liar.
And he works here, and you shouldn't be here.
So why are you
Can't
taking
even
his side over the public? You should be taking my side.
He pushed you?
Yes, I did. Yes.
He said he don't want to make a report right now.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
It's not even about that. I just want to get my public information and be on my way. And there should be no one here trying to stop a member of the public from getting public records for any reason.
You can't even identify yourself.
I don't have to. What is the Fourth Amendment?
Okay.
What is the Fourth Amendment? Hey, get your supervisor down here. Get your supervisor down here, please. Thank you.
He just gave us.
It's Justin.
Is it public patron or royal patron?
It's Justin.
Okay.
It's Justin.
What's your badge number, Perkins?
Yes, sir. Can you respond to our location? Just request to speak with the supervisor. I just need to count this way.
Thank you. What's your badge number, Miss Perkins? What's your badge number, Miss Perkins?
You won't identify yourself, sir.
It's your policy to
It's a public
identify.
record, so you can look it up.
Okay. Wow. Uneducated. Okay. I'm a private citizen, and your policy is to identify yourself if I ask.
Abby Baker.
Why would you not want to identify yourself unless you're embarrassed about what you're doing
not
and who you
identifying
are?
yourself.
You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed. You're embarrassed.
Would you like to talk to me, sir? And answer my questions?
I would like to know your badge number, please.
Okay, you're not answering my questions.
I would like to know your badge
I gave you
number.
that too.
So you think you can make anyone ID just because the cops are called? Is that what you think? So like, let's say there was a call and you showed up. Do you just make everyone on the scene show you their ID? Is that what you do? See, if you were confident, you would answer the question and you'd rub it in my face. But you're not confident. You're just winging it. You are the epitome of fake it till you make it. I hate that saying. Hey.
Sir, I'm Sergeant Stangy, Supervisor.
Hey, I'm Justin. Nice to meet you, man. So he just made up a bunch of stuff. So I came in. I don't mind signing in, but they never asked me to do that.
Okay.
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 They didn't want to let me through because they said I needed to make an appointment. Honestly, they just don't like me, and so
Did they know you?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Because I was here before just trying to take pictures of the building and they didn't want me to. And eventually...
Taking pictures outside or inside?
The inside.
Okay.
Just this little spot right here.
Okay.
And eventually a security came down and walked around with me, which is awesome. That's all I wanted to do is to get some pictures.
Okay.
But they had an attitude with me because of that the whole time. So I come in again, they immediately recognize me. I say, hey, I'm not even filming today. It's in my pocket. I'm like, hey, I need to make a FOIA request.
Filming today?
Well, I am now, but I wasn't when I walked in.
Let's be honest. If you want to be
Okay,
honest.
you're not listening to what I'm saying. So
hearing exactly
when
what
I
you're saying.
came in, I wasn't filming. I didn't start filming until the police were called.
Okay.
Okay. So I wasn't doing anything besides walking in like a normal person.
Filming our interaction, not their interaction with you.
I wasn't filming my interaction with them until it escalated. Okay. Then I decided it was smart of me to.
Need us
So do you mind if I finish my story real quick? So when he put his hands on me first, and that's one of the requests that I want to make, is for those cameras because he's lying, saying I touched him.
You can do a FOIA request for those cameras.
Right, exactly. That's all I want to do is that, and I want one more FOIA request, which is the contract between the city or this building and their security, and that's it. Those are the two things I want, and I could have been gone 30 minutes ago.
I don't know who would handle that FOIA request.
Really, anyone in this building, I can say it to, and then they can pass it on up. Really,
I think there's an entity that actually would take that
there would
FOIA
be, but
request. It's not
by
just a
law,
general FOIA
I can make it to anyone, and they can pass it up.
Okay.
Now.
This is Rachel. She's the city manager who's always up there, and she's trying to work
All right, they're going to come down and talk to you and take care of you.
That could have been done a long time ago. That's it, man. Thank you.
All right, we got his information?
You don't want to give us his information. You just say his name's Justin.
Yeah.
We'll need to see your information.
What's the Fourth Amendment, sir?
Pardon me?
What's the Fourth Amendment?
You tell me.
You don't know it?
Of course I know it.
So then tell me.
If you want
I
to
asked
quote it,
you.
you tell me.
He knew when I asked him.
Okay.
She doesn't. Do you, sir? The sergeant?
I didn't know, but I'm not answering this question.
She doesn't know it.
I don't know who you're doing.
The Fourth Amendment is my right to, freedom from, freedom from.
Do you want to look it up?
No, I'm sorry. I'm usually on the.
Oh, wait.
It's my right to be free from seizures of my papers, persons, and effects.
Hold on.
That's what it is.
You're
I'm
missing
sorry.
a word.
Okay, what is it?
Google it.
What is it?
Google it and tell me the
What
word
is
you're
it?
missing.
What is it? I'm filming right now. I
know the
can't.
word.
I am filming.
Quit filming and Google it.
No, you Google it. I'm right.
If you do not
I don't.
identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you for obstructing governmental operations.
So you're gonna arrest me for not IDing?
Yes.
I'm right.
If you do not
I don't.
identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you for obstructing governmental operations.
So you're gonna arrest me for not IDing?
Yes.
Which is a secondary offense. I have to already be arrested.
I am making contact with you, and as a
That's not how it works.
You
That's
know
not how
who
it
I
works.
am.
That's
I
not how it
identified
works.
myself to you.
That's not how it works. I'm
That's
a private.
exactly how it works.
I don't. Okay, you need RAS. You need reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime in order for me to ID myself.
You have prevented me from conducting.
That's not how it works.
Lawful government
You can't
operations.
arrest me for resist. You can't arrest me
I
for.
can't arrest you for resisting? Are you sure?
No, listen. You can't arrest me for
You're fumbling over your words.
refusing
Justin,
to ID.
We know what we think his name is Justin.
You can't arrest me for refusing to ID.
Justin.
Now, under threat of arrest, I
Now,
will.
here's what I tell you what we can do.
Now
He
you.
refuses to identify. We don't have to let him in, right?
No,
He's
that's
gotta
not how
sign
it
in.
works. Can I get your supervisor down here?
I don't have a supervisor.
Yeah,
I
you
have a
do.
supervisor.
I need your supervisor down here because you don't know how things
How many
work.
supervisors do you want down
Someone that knows what's going on. Usually,
know what's going
usually sergeants don't. Usually lieutenants do. So if you have a
here?
lieutenant
Usually
around,
Sergeants don't know what's going
yeah,
on.
yep. When it comes to the Constitution, Justin, nice to meet you. Thank you.
I am the executive assistant to Bruce
Nice-
Moore, city manager.
Okay, cool.
They told me what you wanted. Now that, and I'm sure you know, if you put them in before, they go to the city attorney's office. But I'm happy. I printed off the forms for you.
Thank you.
So you can fill those out.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Security guard's information.
Very easy. Very easy. So if you think you can arrest someone for failure to ID, that's a big no-no, and I need your lieutenant down here, please. That's a big no-no. Now I see where you got it. He's getting a complaint on his record for threatening to arrest me for failure to ID. You guys were smart enough not to try to do that, at least. And I will 100% ID under threat of arrest. that is called grounds for a lawsuit. The threat of arrest is the grounds. I'm trying to give you guys a heads up. What's up, man? You have a lieutenant coming down, or?
I've addressed you as sir. If you could call me, hey, sir or sergeant,
Sure.
that would be awesome.
Yes, sounds good.
You want me to treat you with respect?
I just try to treat people like I do my buddies. I'm not, you know what I mean? Well, I'm just trying to be polite. That's how I'm polite. And if you want me to call you sir, I will. That's all you gotta do is ask.
It's on the way.
That's all you gotta do is ask. All
What
right.
he has asked is if you've gotten what you wanted, and that you were free to leave.
Yeah.
If you still request his presence, that is totally fine. He's on his way down here.
Are you still threatening to arrest me? Are you still threatening to arrest me?
I didn't threaten to arrest you.
Oh,
I said you need to identify
it's on camera.
yourself.
It's on camera. It's on camera. Are you gonna arrest me if I don't?
No, sir. Are we free to go? Are you done?
Yes, please leave. You're dismissed. Thank you. Walk of shame. See how that works? See how I didn't go to jail?
It's crucial that law enforcement officers uphold the Constitution and respect the rights of individuals. When a law enforcement officer attempts to remove an individual from a public building simply because they refuse to identify themselves, it raises significant concerns about overreach and ignorance of constitutional rights. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, and this extends to encounters within public buildings. This means that in the absence of reasonable articulable suspicion of a criminal activity, individuals have the rights to go about their business without being subject to surrender their rights. The actions of this female officer and a supervisor not only infringe upon Justin's Fourth Amendment rights, but also illustrates a fundamental misunderstanding of the law. Law enforcement officers are expected to be well versed in the legal framework governing their actions, and they should be aware that just refusing to provide identification in a public space does not constitute reasonable articulable suspicion for removal or arrest. Supervisors are expected to provide guidance and ensure that their officers act within the bounds of the law and uphold constitutional rights. Threatening arrest without legitimate legal grounds not only violates Justin's rights, but is also grounds for civil litigation. Justin did an outstanding job of defending his rights and set the example for how any upcoming auditors should conduct themselves. Let's keep going.
Hey, I don't want to give you a hard time or anything, but I can't let you hold up that sign.
I'm sorry, the First Amendment protects my free political speech. You're live on YouTube, video and audio recorded.
That's fine, sir. Your sign's a little vulgar and it's upsetting people.
It doesn't matter, you're not the free speech police.
I understand that.
I have a constitutionally protected right to say whatever I want. I'm politically protesting Governor Larry Hogan. It's my First Amendment right on the right to petition, my right to redress of grievances, and my right to file a complaint in any manner I feel fit. By the way, I'm not trespassing. I'm on public property. I'm on a public crosswalk. I'm doing nothing wrong. I got a sign that you find offensive. That's not a law. Where in the Maryland Criminal Code does it say you cannot have an offensive political sign? Because free speech is not open to your interpretation.
I understand. We just got a call for it. And
I understand you got a call. You made your best shot. I'm not leaving because I haven't broken any laws.
Great.
Okay, there's a thing called disorderly conduct.
I can't hear you.
There's a thing called disorderly conduct. If somebody finds your sign and your actions to be disorderly in public, okay, then that is a charge, and we can ask you to leave. And failure to do that, you can get arrested.
Get your commanding officer out here because this is political free speech, and I'm protected under the First Amendment.
Why are you shaking so much? Are you on an influence or anything?
Oh, now you're going that route, trying to say I'm on drugs.
I'm asking you. You're shaking like a leaf.
Sir, we're not trying to be nasty to you or anything like that.
It's free speech, and you can't do anything about it. Call your state's attorney's office. I talk to my lawyers every day. I'm in the newspapers. Every state's attorney's office reviewed it and said you can't do anything about it. It's free speech. You're not even supposed to be talking to me.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing on that.
Okay.
You're right. You're right about free speech. We have a call because people are offended by your sign. So.
But I didn't offend them. They offended themselves by not liking the choice of words I have for the governor.
Okay. How long are you going to stand out here for?
All day.
You live around here, sir?
I'm not making any statements. Other than the fact I haven't committed any crimes, and you know it.
Hey, sir. I never said you committed a crime.
You said I was disorderly in public, and I'm not.
No, actually, I didn't say that.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, and you cannot make any law that will infringe upon it, nor apply any law that infringes upon it.
Sir, all I did was tell you why I'm here.
Okay.
I got called about
about your sign.
This guy said I'm disorderly.
I said if somebody
Question
finds
for
your
you.
actions to be disorderly, then they would be disorderly, right?
No, absolutely not.
That's
My
exactly
my
what I
free
said.
speech is
So
not
you want
contingent
to-
upon someone else's emotions.
Okay,
You
but
know
how
that.
it disturbs-
I have a question for you. We haven't been nasty to you at all. We've come here to
I'm
talk
just
to
telling
you.
you
And
what-
you've
He
been-
said he's going to arrest me for disorderly.
I didn't say that. I said
He
if
did.
someone finds your actions to be disorderly and disturbing of the peace.
I'm sorry, but they're not judge, jury, and
Be
executioner.
arrested.
Could be.
Could be. That's all I'm saying.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected
There's not-
activity,
in my
sir.
statement, there was an if.
Oh, you're giving me what ifs and hypotheticals
That's
now.
right. That's right.
All right, let me explain something to you. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity,
Okay.
and I'm not out here protesting you guys are burning down your city. So why are you all so personally pissed off that I don't like Governor Hogan?
No, I'm not mad. or
I don't like
anything
him. I mean, is my sign not? Is it too subtle?
like that. You're entitled to your opinion.
I'm entitled to be protected by the First Amendment, wrap it around me like a big old blanket while I stand out here with my giant Larry Hogan sign. I don't like the governor.
I won't comment on that sort of stuff. I'm just doing my job.
You understand we're here for a call for service. We're not here because we want to be, right?
Oh, you're here because you want to be. You should have told him there's no crime. You should have said there's no crime.
We have to come out for everything. If we get a call, we have to come. We have to come out here. That's it.
What was your name?
Officer McKenzie.
Mackenzie?
Yes, sir.
Arnold? B. Arnold. So we're just waiting on your whatever, Sergeant, commanding officer.
Pulling up right now.
Where? Hey, you too.
There's 5 elements to the First Amendment: freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, the right to assemble to protest, and the right to redress your grievances for the government. Mr. Porter is exercising all of those elements in this clip, except for one, and that's freedom of religion. So we witnessed the male officer try to intimidate Mr. Porter from doing something that our founding fathers thought was so important that they addressed it in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Imagine if another individual's feelings could affect us from exercising our constitutional rights. We would be in a lot of trouble. The female officer actions displayed, "I'm just here to do my job." Well, unfortunately, just doing your job while trying to infringe on the individual's rights is a dangerous mindset. Officers have a duty to enforce laws and uphold the Constitution and respect citizens' rights. Claiming they're just doing their job can lead to a skewed view that their immediate task takes precedence over constitutional rights. By using the "just doing my job" excuse, officers may fail to critically evaluate the legality of their actions, which can further erode the public's trust in law enforcement. Good thing the supervisor showed up and educated these 2 officers. Let's keep going.
What time we got? Oop, 2 o'clock. We'll go to
You going everywhere?
Yeah, we're checking it out.
Okay. What are you recording? What are you recording?
The county building.
Why?
I'm a journalist working on a story on the building and just taking a couple of video of the place and going to the clerks, filing some full requests, and be on my way.
Okay.
Yeah. Take pictures.
Hey, Dan. Come here. Let me see some ID.
No, thank you, sir.
Your last name's Erie County?
That's what I signed in as. I'm
I
Erie
need
County.
your name or you can leave.
No, thank you, sir.
Yes, that's the rule.
It's a violation of the Fourth Amendment to violate the
not.
Fourth Amendment.
You have to sign in. You have to use your
I
correct
did
name.
sign in.
Your last name is not Erie County. And show me your ID.
I'm here working as Erie County.
If your last name is Erie County, then you could stay. Come on,
No,
let's go.
I'm not leaving. That's ridiculous. It would be a Fourth Amendment violation to ID me to come into a
Okay,
public
well,
building.
we'll go see my sheriff because that's his rules. So let's go.
We got to go to the sheriff's office.
Tell him to come down
No,
here.
you're coming with me.
What did I do
You're
wrong?
coming with me.
Why am I coming
Because
with
I
you?
asked you to sign in. You didn't sign in.
I did sign in.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
Sure it is. I'm
Come on.
here as Dan Erie County.
You
can't prove that I'm not. You can't prove that I'm not.
Then let me see your ID.
You have no right to get my ID. You don't have a crime. You can't demand ID unless somebody commits a crime in this country. That's a Fourth Amendment violation.
I can ask you for your ID.
Oh, well, thanks for asking. No, thank you, though.
No, you're leaving.
I'm not leaving.
You're leaving.
Are you a sheriff?
Yes, I am.
Or are you a security working here?
I'm a sheriff.
What's your badge number?
Come on.
Is your camera on?
It is not. Let's
go.
go.
You turn your camera on.
Come on, let's go.
Go where?
I don't know.
Where are
Whatever
we going?
he said, let's
Just
go.
because he said something, he doesn't have a lawful order of any sort to give me a lawful command at all.
You're not allowed in the building.
I'm allowed in the building.
I need him to sign his real name.
I did
You put
sign in the
Dan
building.
Erie County. Come on, let's go.
I'm here as Dan Erie County.
Well,
I'm not leaving.
then
You
let me see
get a
your ID.
supervisor down here. You don't get to get somebody's ID unless they commit a crime. You can't just demand ID.
I'm asking for your ID.
Well,
Give me your ID.
respectfully, I'm going to decline giving you ID
Okay,
because I
then
have
you
not
gotta
committed
leave.
a crime. I don't have to leave. This is public property.
You gotta leave.
This is public property.
You
I'm not
gotta
leaving.
leave. You gotta leave.
The only way I'm leaving is if you threaten to arrest me. All right? Under threat of arrest, I will leave, and you will violate the First
Can you get that
Amendment
out of
and the
my
Fourth
face?
Amendment. I'm standing right where I was standing. You approached me, man.
Let's go.
If this is uncomfortable space for you, you can always back up.
Let's
You can too.
Just so you guys can see how close I am. I'm literally just as close to my face as he is to this camera, giving me a. Come on. You don't have a lawful command. Do you understand that? Get a supervisor.
Let's get out.
Get a supervisor.
Go sign in.
I did sign in.
You did not.
I did. Show me the law that says I have to sign in a public building and in public space. That is a Fourth Amendment violation of the Constitution. Don't you understand that? Did you not, as a sheriff, swear an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution?
I
You
have no
can't
idea what
ID
you're
somebody.
talking about.
That's
Let's
the kind of shit we're talking about. This guy is a sheriff. He says he's a sheriff. He's got a badge number here, but he doesn't have no idea what the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment is.
We don't have time to do what you're doing.
Let's go.
I'm not doing anything.
Let's
Do
go.
not
Let's
touch
go.
me. Do not touch me.
Let's go.
I'm not going anywhere till you get a supervisor down here. Get your hands off me, man.
No, let's
Get
go.
your cameras on. Get
Let's
your cameras on. I'm a free citizen. You don't have a right to do this.
Let's go.
You're gonna regret this.
Good.
Get a supervisor down here.
Let's go.
I'm in a public building. You have no lawful order. I broke no law. You have no authority over a free moving citizen whatsoever. You have no authority to put your hands on somebody. You just committed a batter.
Good.
Good?
Arrest me.
Yeah, we know there's no accountability for the Blue Line Gang.
Let's go.
The only place I'm going is out of here in handcuffs because you guys have no lawful authority to trespass me from this building without committing a crime. I did sign into your sheet.
Not the right way.
Yeah, well, you can't prove that it's not the right way.
Why can't you just be reasonable here?
Why can't you be reasonable?
We are.
You
we're
put your
doing our
hands on
job.
me.
That's right, I did.
Wow, these two so-called cops are so ignorant that it's shameful. How dare this lady put her hands on a citizen and has no regard for repercussion. Also, there is no law requiring citizens to put their name on a sign-in sheet to enter a county building. At the most, it's a building policy, and we all know that policy is not law. Matter of fact, it should be a law against public servants creating policies to violate any of our constitutional rights. This is clearly an uneducated department of the law, and so far these two sheriff deputies are the perfect example of what not to do if you're in any role of law enforcement. Let's continue.
You put your hands on me.
That's right, I did.
You put your hands on me.
Our job.
It is not your job to ID people illegally.
My job.
Did you
is
swear an oath
sit
to the
out
Constitution?
there And I did.
To uphold the Constitution.
That's right.
So my Fourth Amendment violation, you have no authority to ID me. Where's your supervisor? Someone who knows the law, because you guys are so ignorant of the law.
I'm getting a supervisor over here just for you, sir.
You guys are so
Can I
ignorant
see
of the
your
law.
ID?
You are not going to see my ID. I'm not giving up ID
I
unless you.
asked you to
What
sign
crime?
in.
What crime do you suspect
Well,
me
you
of?
lied.
What
'cause your last
crime
name
did
is
you
not
suspect
Erie
me
County.
of? How do you know I'm not here working as Erie County?
I didn't.
What if
ask
that's a
who you're
DBA?
working for.
What if that's a
I'm
DBA?
looking for your name.
That's an official DBA, and
The
I'm here under
sign-in
the freedom of the
sheet-
press.
The sign-in sheet.
This is the freedom of the press.
This. What press? Show me your press credentials.
What the First Amendment is the freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom
Yep,
of religion,
when you're-
and freedom
when
of
you're
what?
part
The
of
press.
You have to have credentials. Let
For
me
who
see.
gives these credentials?
Let me see them.
You don't have. There's no such thing.
No such thing.
No such thing as press credentials.
Okay.
That would be a violation of the First Amendment.
So, are you? What's your deal?
I'm here to document my experience. I told you make some video recording
You know
inside the
what
building.
people think when you're around recording everything, that you're going to
That
come
I'm
back
exercising
here?
my rights?
No, that you're going to come
That's what
back
they
here and
think.
cause problems.
Yeah. How many people come here and video record crimes that they're going to commit?
I don't know.
That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? To
We
video
live in-
record
we
a
live in
crime?
crazy times now.
You don't know the Fourth
So
Amendment?
I want you to
and
go.
You call that
I
nonsense?
want you to go sign in for me now.
I did sign in.
You did
Where's
not.
the supervisor? I signed in. You know
You
I
did
signed in.
not.
Show me the law that says I have to sign in and give up my Fourth Amendment rights to come in a public building.
Because I told you to.
Where's the law? You don't have a lawful authority to tell me to leave this building. Don't you understand that?
I can tell you to leave this
This is
building.
public
it's a county.
property.
It's a county-owned building.
And who owns the county? Who does the county? Who owns this building? The
Do you
people
own the county?
The people own the building.
Who are the people?
The people who sent me down here to come down here and check
What
this building
people?
out.
What people?
And to record everything?
What people?
Correct, because that's my constitutional right. First Amendment, freedom of the press, public space.
Why don't you get a
You
job?
guys are going to be educated.
You need to get a real job.
Yeah, say that again. Go ahead, say it again. That's a good thumbnail right there. You need to get a real job. You guys need to get a real job where you, like a police officer, and know the law is what you guys need to do. You guys
You
are
know the
enforcing
law?
a feeling.
You know
I
the
know
law?
the law better than you do. You don't even know what the Fourth Amendment is. You just literally called the Fourth Amendment mumble bumble garbage. You don't even know what it is. How did you become a police officer? You know it takes 6 months to become a police officer and 2 years to become a barber? You're proving that fact right now. You guys are pignorant. That's the new term today for you guys is pignorant. You guys are being pignorant to the law. Absolutely pignorant. Where is this supervisor?
I don't know. We can go over to the sheriff's office and we'll get him over there. That's a public building. You're welcome over there.
Am I being detained right now?
No, you're not being detained.
All right, if I'm free to go then.
No, well, you're not going in this building.
Why am I not? I'm in this
Because
building.
I said so. Because you didn't sign in.
I did sign in.
You're
You guys
in.
put a sign-in
You don't-
sheet.
You're not listening.
You're going to learn who Erie County is and the Erie County family is. Being pignorant like this used to.
Yeah.
You want to put your hands on a private citizen
I did.
in a public space doing no crime. You have no lawful authority to put your hands on somebody until they break a law. No law is broken here today.
you're breaking
What law
the
did I
law.
break?
Signing in.
What law is it to sign into a public building and give up your Fourth Amendment? What law is that? It doesn't exist. New York just got their public rights laws broken down by the Supreme Court for unconstitutional stuff, and you guys are following up on that, huh? You guys are ridiculous. Please do not impede my traffic. This is illegal detention.
Well, you've
Do you
creeped
understand
somebody
this?
out upstairs because they hit the panic alarm button.
Curse somebody out upstairs.
No, you creeped somebody out upstairs.
This is a First Amendment protected activity.
What is? Walking
Video
around?
recording in public.
Okay,
being in
then
public
go
space.
outside because the people in here don't want you to.
You know what? It doesn't matter if they want me to or you want me to. I have a right to be here.
Well, you don't have a right.
You guys
to
are
go
going to make
past
prime time. Ignorant cops right here.
Mhm.
What's your badge number?
I thought you knew everything.
You want to be a failure to ID too?
I thought you knew everything.
Well, you're a failure at ID. We've asked you for your name and you won't give it to us.
there. What is that? 21. This isn't illegal detention. You guys are detaining me from traveling
you
freely
can
to
walk
a
that way.
perfectly public office over here.
Yep.
Do you have a reason
Where is
to
the
be
supervisor?
there?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's called freedom, baby. That's what America's all about, freedom.
You
I have
don't
to
have
come
a
down
right-
here due to the Freedom of Information Act, the FOIL.
don't have a
I have
right
the
to be
freedom to
there.
come down here and work on a story of the freedom of the press.
You don't have a right to be down there.
Says who?
You show us the right that you need to be down there.
Excuse me.
Nope.
You keep running into me,
You
sir.
just ran into me.
I'm just trying to travel. You guys are trying to impede my travel.
Well, you're not going past here.
Would you guys put your body cameras on? I want your supervisors to see it firsthand what you guys do. Why do you guys not have your body cameras on? What are these things for? So you can violate people's rights without being on video? I've been video you guys violating my rights the whole time right now.
What rights?
You're gonna learn though. You're gonna learn what rights. I love it, dude. You guys are gonna get it.
Is the sheriff over there?
Where is the sheriff and supervisor to come down here and educate you guys on the First Amendment of the Constitution?
I can't wait.
Look at these guys. This is what we pay for. We pay these guys to violate our rights and not know the law. And they think it's funny that they can just violate the law.
We're over here.
Captain, I need you to come educate your police officers. They're violating my civil rights over here. Look at him. He thinks it's funny, violating people's civil rights. Look at this guy's smile. You're going to regret this. You guys are going to learn about the Constitution today.
Eric, we need your assistance here with this guy.
Are you a supervisor?
Sure, what's up?
These guys are violating my First Amendment rights and Fourth Amendment rights. They're impeding my traffic. They're causing illegal detention. They're refusing to put their body cameras on while they're violating my rights. I'm just trying to go to the county clerk's office and record my interactions, which is perfectly legal. You need to explain to them the freedom of the press, First Amendment, in public places.
He's supposed to sign in. He wrote it. His name is Dan, Erie County. So I stopped him. He already.
He put his hands on. Tell him to put his hands on me too illegally.
So what's your business today? Did you get it taken care of?
No, this guy put his hands on me. They won't let me go to the county clerk's office. I just want to go to the county clerk's, file some full request. He thinks he can get ID out of somebody without committing a crime. You can't. That's a Fourth Amendment violation. He literally said to me, he doesn't know what the Fourth Amendment is. He thinks it's nonsense. So this is not funny.
Do you have an appointment or what's?
I have no appointment. I'm coming through here, documenting my experience,
And all he wants
filing some full requests, and I'm done with this illegal detention. You need to educate your deputies here.
So I send you in the right way. Something from there?
County clerk's office. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the county budget, you know, just exercising my constitutional rights to be in public, video record, and these guys are absolutely violating my civil rights right now.
All you gotta do is go back, sign your
So,
right name, and show us
Thank
ID.
you. Thank you for taking care of that. I'm just going to the county clerk's
Hold
office.
on. So, but you got to sign in. That's their rule.
I did sign in.
Okay, but you didn't use your real name.
I did.
Show us
I'm
your
here
ID,
under the
then.
freedom of press
Your Dan-
as
your name
Dan,
is Dan
of
Erie
Erie
County.
County. That's the name of the press.
What's your last name?
You're not getting my last name. You guys don't get my last name. That's a violation
You're
of the
not
Fourth
coming
Amendment. Is that not a violation of the Fourth Amendment? Are you the captain?
Yeah, I'm going to go see if they even know Dan from Erie County is coming today.
They don't know I'm coming.
And what would you need at the county clerk's office in Wyoming County if you're familiar?
I want to file this guy and this lady's, I want to file all their records. I want to file their
They have to do a crop next door at the sheriff's office.
well, I need to see the county budget as well. And am I being detained, sir?
No, but until you sign in, you can't.
Captain, am I being detained? Because these guys are detaining me right now. I'm going this way to the county clerk's office. This is illegal detention, Captain.
You're welcome to go that way.
It's still illegal detention. The captain, he needs he knows I'm right. He knows these guys are wrong. I don't know what he thinks he's going to go in the clerk's office and ask him if I'm allowed in the public office. Are they out of their mind down here? Illegal detention. I'm going to need some paperwork for this illegal detention too, so you guys better get ready to do some paperwork.
I just want to note that this is an awesome job at maintaining your composure and professionalism when doing these videos. Also, the captain just had a chance to show his knowledge of the law, but instead showed that ignorance spreads like wildfire.
Get ready to do some paperwork.
You're free to leave.
Oh, free to leave, free to stay.
That way.
Free to go, free to stay. That's the way it works, guys. If I'm not being trespassed because I'm not doing anything illegal, you guys cannot impede my traffic.
Well, you didn't sign in.
I did sign in. Do you understand that?
No, you didn't.
I signed in. And you guys are going to know very, very, very well. You, especially you. You are going to know who I am very well by the time this is over, my friend. You too. You ignorant sons of bitches. This is what we pay for, guys. These are the sheriffs down here. They just think they can detain people willy-nilly, ID people on demand, to be inside of a public building.
What are you, one of these sovereign citizen types?
No, I don't have a badge like that. Those are the sovereign citizens. They can violate people's rights and get away with it and have these big stupid smiles on their faces and shit. Yeah, those are the real sovereign. Look at her. She knows that's a sovereign citizen shit. Look at that smile. She can't even hide it. That's real sovereign citizen shit right there. They got the Blue Line Gang Brotherhood going. They're counting on this captain to make a violation of my civil rights, but he knows I'm right. He knows he can't impede me, and he knows he can't ID me to come into a public building without committing a crime. It is not a crime to not put your last name on that paper, especially if I'm down here as a company. First Amendment, freedom of the press.
Let me see your business ID.
You want my tax ID number?
I want your company.
What do you think you are, the federal
I
government?
want your company ID.
You don't
When
get
the
that.
press comes
You
in
don't
here-
get that. You
When
don't get
when
that.
the-
You don't
listen
get
to
it.
me, when the press comes in here, they provide press credentials. So when you,
Negative.
if you,
Who would give out press credentials? Answer me that. Who gives it out? What office in this
anybody
building?
that's ever come in here from the press provides us with their credentials.
They provide you a business card that they made up, and that's that.
No.
Where does an official press credential come from, Smarty? Wait till you see how dumb you look in this video, boy.
We're over here.
Are you a supervisor as well?
That's the sheriff right there.
That's sheriff?
Yeah.
Sheriff.
How are you, sir?
You're the sheriff of the county?
I am.
This deputy and that deputy is violating my civil rights. They are also put their hands on me and assaulted me or battered me unlawfully because they do not have a lawful command to tell me to turn my camera off in this public space. You know that as a sheriff. I'm here to document my experience, and these guys are stopping me, causing illegal detention on my rights.
It doesn't look like you're being detained to me.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sheriff. Looks like I'm being detained out of the locked. I'm locked out of the county clerk's office. This is a county building.
Yeah, you can go that way.
Business hours are over?
You can go that way.
Is business hours over?
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the county clerk's office. File some FOIL. Are you refusing me service, Sheriff?
The door's locked.
I had to pause it here for a second so y'all can take a look at this guy's dumb look on his face. The door's locked. Of course it's locked. Just look at it. This is the sheriff, guys. This is where they get it from.
The door is locked because they just locked it because of the camera. Straight up. You are violating the First Amendment rights and refusing service down here. That's all I want to know. You say yes?
Why don't we get a hold of the clerk's office and see if they want to see you?
Do the clerks have a choice who they get to see and don't get to see?
So,
when did that law come into effect?
They're down there talking to her right now.
I understand, but why is this door locked, Sheriff?
It's locked.
Why?
So,
Sheriff, why is this door locked?
if they're
gonna allow public services to public, what is going on here? You guys are violating my rights.
there's no rights being violated.
There's no rights being violated? I can't go to the county clerk's office because of why? Because of the camera?
I'm sure you'll be able to get there at some point.
When you educate your officers about my First and Fourth Amendment rights, they think they can get ID out of me to come into a public building. Do you agree with that, Sheriff? Sheriff, do you have to show ID to get into this public building? Do you have to show your driver's license?
You have to write your name down.
I did write my name down there, who I am. So what is the problem? Do you have to show ID to get into this building? That would be a Fourth Amendment violation, correct, Sheriff?
A Fourth Amendment?
Fourth Amendment, unlawful search and seizure. You cannot demand ID unless you've been suspected of a crime. Reasonable, articulable suspicion, RAS. You know these things. You're a sheriff.
You're going to be going to, if you want to go to the clerk's office, they're trying to address that right now. Just be a little patient. That's all they're asking.
A little patient? Okay. I'm being detained out of the office right now.
Nobody's detaining you. You're going around.
So, what is your name, sir?
It's Gregory.
You're the sheriff of the county, but you're not willing to admit that it would be a Fourth Amendment violation for them to ID me to get in this building?
No, I'm not going to admit that.
That's perfectly legal here with you, huh? You're gonna eat those words, Sheriff.
This is one of the biggest failures I've seen in a while, and I watch clips all day, so that says a lot. The captain and the sheriff is a prime example of cops becoming a victim of their own ego. The lack of accountability and integrity is running wild through this department. I'm applaud at the blatant disrespect from the deputies, but more importantly, the sheriff. Like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's why I'm announcing with great pleasure that an update has been released and the sheriff has retired. Also, the failure of this department was featured on the local news. Thankfully, these tyrants were exposed to the taxpaying citizens for being terrible officers. Huge thanks to Audit in Erie County for standing up to the bullying and harassment you had to undergo. This video was almost an hour long, so please use the link in the description to watch the full video. It's well worth it. But overall, this department actions were disgusting, and I hope they learned their lesson the hard way. But that's going to do it for this video. Much love to Audit in Erie County. Again, make sure you use the links in the description below to show them some love, and also to finish watching this awesome video. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next episode. If you made it this far, thank you so much. You're the real CT3 fam. Remember, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Until next time, peace. Fam, the police. 1, 2,